What's going on YouTube? This is Jabber Tech, and if you're new to my channel, welcome and thanks for stopping by. If you're not so new, I definitely appreciate you coming back and checking out this great watch face. Today we have another watch face for your Tizen watches. That's your Gear S2, your Gear S3, and your Gear Sport. And this one has 8 million different combinations that you can choose from. This is another great design by Jeweler, and this one is called Simple Hybrid. So let's get right into this watch face and check it out together. This is another great design by Jeweler. This one is called Simple Hybrid, and it combines digital and analog style watch faces all into one. And as always, super crisp, super clean, definitely high quality HD graphics. Nothing to complain about at all with this watch face. Everything is really crisp and really clean. It definitely looks like a real watch. Doesn't really look like a digital watch. That's how clean everything is. So let's go over some of the things that we might not be able to see on the face of this watch face, as well as some of the things that we can see. Starting at the top, you have your moon phase right there. Right underneath the moon phase, you have your distance, and then you have the number of flights that you've climbed. Right in the middle, you have two very nice big cutouts for your hour and your minutes. And I really like the font that's been used. It looks really clean and really crisp. And those are framed really nicely, but you can change the design of that. And I'll get into that in a little bit later on in this video. The time on this watch can either be 12 or 24-hour format. That just depends on the settings of your phone. Right underneath the day of the week, you have your steps. And then you also have your heart rate right there. Right underneath your steps and your heart rate, you have your date, so you have June 30th displayed right there. This is what the always on display looks like. Very well designed, really nicely laid out. Everything is super clear and super crisp. Now let's take a look at some of the options we might not be able to see just by looking at this watch face. So let's take a look at some of the things you might not notice right off the bat if you're just looking at this watch face. You have your calories burned right over here, and then right underneath the calories burned you have your speedometer. So as you walk or run faster, this will light up showing you how fast you're going. That's a really nice design. I like seeing that in these watch faces. Moving on to the left side of the watch, you have the percentage of your step goal, and that's shown with this little line marker right here. This will continue moving up along the watch face until you've reached your step goal. And then finally, you have your battery indicator marker right about the 9 o'clock position here, and that shows you how much battery you have left. So again, really nicely designed. There's always something hidden in Jeweler watch faces, and I really like that. Definitely incorporates a lot into the watch, into the small space that we have to display a ton of information. Before we get into all the shortcuts that we have on this watch face, let me get into the ways that you can customize this, and there are a bunch of different points on the watch face that you have to double tap in order to change some things around. If you double tap at the 10 o'clock position, that'll change all the options you have for this upper frame here, and let me just show you some of those options. You can see that one got rid of the frame around it and changed the font a little bit. That's some of the options that you have there. Now if you tap at the 8 o'clock position, that'll change the bottom frame right here, and that'll do the same thing to change the font and the frame. So if we double tap that, you can see that things change a little bit. So you can kind of find something that you like. Tapping at the 6 o'clock position will change these vertical stripes here, so let's double tap. And you can see it's changing those stripes up. Really cool. Or you can have no stripes at all. And then to change the background, all you have to do is double tap at the 4 o'clock position, and that'll change the full background. And again, there are 8 million different combinations you can choose, so you can double tap for quite some time if you really want to. There's another one back to there. If you just want to change the top half of this watch face, double tap at the 2 o'clock position, and that'll change the top half. So you can change things up just like so. And then finally, double tapping in the middle will allow you to change these two frames here for your time. So let's do that. So you can have different frame options or no frame at all. It's really up to you. Tons and tons of different combinations that you can choose from. You do have some basic shortcuts here as well as some customizable ones. So if you tap at the top of the watch face, that brings up your calendar. Tapping on the distance will bring up your S Health app. Tapping on the floors will bring up your Floors app. Tapping down at the steps will bring up your S Health Steps app. And then tapping on your heart rate brings up the heart rate app. Now you do have 4 customizable shortcuts and they lie right in the middle of the screen here. So double tapping on, say, the 9 o'clock position will bring up one of those customizable shortcuts. Double tapping on the hour also brings up a customizable shortcut. Double tapping on the minutes also brings up a customizable shortcut. And then tapping at the 3 o'clock position brings up yet another customizable shortcut. So there are tons of shortcuts built into this watch face, and I really like this digital design. And I definitely like the ability to choose frames or frameless around some of the key information. Really makes it a nice looking watch face. This has been a look at Jeweler Simple Hybrid, and this will run you $1 in the gear store. I'll leave the link where you can download it in my description below. And as always, I definitely appreciate you watching. Thumbs up, subscribe if you like the content, and I'll catch you guys in another video. Peace.